So this is the video for the Reteach for Unit 4. When solving problems that involve parallel lines, what you're going to have to do is identify the type of angles that you see. So what we have here are alternate interior angles, and those are equal. And so we have 14x minus 25 equals 129. So 14x equals 154. And so x equals 11 when you divide by 14. Down here, we can see that these are same side interior angles. They're both on the bottom corners of the transversal. And the ones with an S, these are supplementary. And so what we have is 2x minus 8 plus 9x minus 10 equals 180 degrees. This is 11x minus 18 equals 180. 11x equals 198. So x turns out to equal 18. Now these problems get a little bit more complicated because there's x's and y's. That said, when we look at this angle and that angle, we can see that those are alternate exterior angles. And because they're not the same side ones, they're just equal. So 10x minus 17 equals 8x plus 1. So this tells us that 2x equals 18, and so x here equals 9. Once we have 9, we're going to plug back in. This gives us 73 degrees, and this gives 73 degrees. Now what I might do next here is I will just look at the top. So like this angle here must be 73 degrees as well because they're vertical. And then this angle here is 107. This angle there is 107. And so with these four right here, I can compare that with these four down here. And hopefully what you see is that 107 degrees here corresponds to 6y plus 29. So these angles here are equal. We have 6y plus 29 equals 107. So 6y here equals 78. And so it turns out that y is equal to 13. So plug it back in. Find your corner 4 up here, and then compare that to what it is down there so you can see it. Okay. Similar story right here. Our x's are in between the two lines L and M, so these are the same side interior angles. And these angles are supplementary. So 23x minus 16 plus 8x minus 21 equals 180. So 31x is equal to 217, and so x turns out to equal 7. Same story, I would actually plug into both of these angles now. So 23, this gives me 145, and so this one has to be 35 degrees. So now, this one might be a little bit easier for us because when I look at the diagram, I see that 7y minus 23 is vertical to 23x minus 16. So vertical angles are congruent, and so we know that 7y minus 23 has to equal that 145 on the bottom right. So 7y here equals 168. And so y then, when we divide by 7, equals 24. This question here is fairly straightforward. There's no algebra to be done, but it can be tricky if you don't know what you're doing. So ultimately, these are the angles that we have. And for the sake of correctness, let's say that this angle here is 95 degrees instead of 85, because in the diagram it looks obtuse. And so the thing that we're supposed to do is that along your transversals, which are the non-parallel lines, your numbers should be the same. And so we're going to carry that those numbers down. So here for the top one, I'm going to do, this is going to be 66 degrees. this is 66 degrees, and this is 114. So these four right here, I carry down along the same transversal. So 12 is 114, 11 is 66, 15 is 114, and 16 is 66 as well. So similar story over here. 10 is 85 degrees, 13 is 85 degrees, 14 is 95 degrees. So these four angles there, I'm going to carry up. So this angle is 95 degrees, this angle is 85 degrees, 85 degrees, and 95 degrees. But it is, you have to slide along the non-parallel transversals. Down here, okay, I have an x here and an x there. What I can do is take 8x minus 1 and slide it right here. So we're looking at j, k, and m. That is one set of numbers. And 11x minus 25 is there, which makes these two angles alternate interior angles. And so we can solve 11x minus 25 equals 8x minus 1. So this gives us that 3x is equal to 24, and so x here equals 8. So that's step number 1, we're good. Step number 2 is we're going to plug back in. So 88 minus 25 is what, 63? Yeah. And so because these angles are equal, that's 63 degrees as well. Now I can say that, hey look, there's a straight line right here. If this is 63 degrees, then this one has to be what, 117 degrees. And so I know now that 15y minus 48 must equal 117 degrees as well. So this is 15y equals 165. So y turns out to equal 11. Okay. Parallel or perpendicular, this is going to require the use of slope. So this is 6 minus 3 over 2 minus negative 2. And so this is 3 over 4. This is 3 minus 0 over 3 minus negative 1. So that result is still the same. So these two lines turn out to be parallel. Down here we have 4 minus 2 over 5 minus 0. And so this is 2 over 5 for the first set. Then we have 3 minus 8. And then we have 3 minus 1. This is negative 5 over 2. And so we have opposite signs and opposite fractions, which means that together these two lines are perpendicular. PQ and RS, this is the same setup, except now we are throwing in congruent versus not congruent. And so this is going to go with distance formula. Okay, so negative 3 minus 17, so still doing slope for parallel and perpendicular. 1 minus negative 4, this is negative 20 over 5, so this is negative 4. For the second line, 4 minus 3 over negative 5 minus negative 9, this is going to be 1 over 4. And so altogether, opposite sign, opposite fraction, these lines are perpendicular. So I can rule out parallel. So now using our distance formula, this is .616, and then the other distance formula oh, they're not even close. One is about 5 times the length of the other, and so these are perpendicular but not congruent. Last two, converting to slope-intercept form. So we're going to add 5x here to both sides. So this is 6y equals 5x minus 72. And then when we divide everything out by 6, we get that y is equal to 5 over 6x minus 12. Last but not least here, we do the same thing. We subtract 9x here from this equation in standard form. This is negative 4y equals negative 9x plus 92. So y is equal to negative 9 over 4x plus 23. So our slope here originally is negative 9 over 4. We need something that is perpendicular to this here, so it's going to become 4 over 9 positive. So writing this in point slope form is y plus 15 equals 4/9 x plus 27. Remember to flip those signs right there. And so this is y plus 15 equals 4 over 9 x plus 12. Subtracting 15 from both sides gives us y equals 4 over 9x minus 3. And so we have 9y, because we're going to multiply everything by 9 now to clear out that denominator, equals 4x minus 27. So now, to get in standard form, we have no fractions already. We're going to pull x to the left-hand side. We do that by subtracting. So it's negative 4x plus 9y equals negative 27. And so that's our final answer in standard form. And that's it for this reteach. Thanks.